This is probably my best game ever. I started with e4, the Sicilian defense. Knight f3, d6. We get this trade in the center. Knight f6, and f3. Like, what he's trying to do, he wants to play knight c3, bishop e3, and get an English attack, which is pretty dangerous. I play it in like Najdorf style, because I really like the Najdorf. He plays c4, which I've actually never seen this, but apparently it's a good move. The engine agrees with it. I played e6. He developed his knight behind the c-pawn, which was the idea, I guess. Bishop e7, bishop e3. And here, he emerges from the opening with a slight advantage. Queen c7. I was supposed to castle. Apparently my opponent has a winning advantage. Apparently they were supposed to attack me. I played knight to d7 because I'm used to playing like this. Bishop e2, knight e5, trying to undermine him. b3. Apparently they're supposed to play rook c1, but that's not human, you know. I decided to play knight c6. That this trade is good, and he played this. I simply developed my bishop. They castled rook c8. They developed their rook, and finally I castled. And here they played a move that looks like it's absolutely horrible, but it's not as bad as it looks. This. The idea was, after I take back my pawn, you merge this position where we reach this position where it looks like my knight's pinned to the queen, so I can't. Or I can move it. Yeah. I found this move, and the idea is, after they take my queen, I take their bishop, and it's check. So my rook takes back, and yes, my opponent has a queen, but in exchange for the queen, I have a rook, knight, and bishop, which is going to be better in the endgame. Rook c1, I traded and then took the open file. Apparently I was supposed to reinforce the open file, but who cares? Bishop e3, and I put this because I thought my bishop was stronger there than on d7. The best move was knight to e8, but that's not human. Queen d2, and I realized my bishop's actually just a target, so I moved it back to e8, which apparently was wrong. Now my opponent has an advantage, but then they threw it away with g3. I rerouted my knight to d7, trying to plant it on e5, and my opponent just lets me. So I threatened a fork. They defended. Bishop f6. Bishop d4, h6, is trying to prevent any back rank checkmate. f4. This was a mistake because it lets me force simplifications, which is what I did. And very soon another mistake, which allowed me to get another brilliant move. e5. Take. And here, brilliant move number 2. Knight d5. The idea is, if his queen takes my knight, then bishop c6 pins his queen to the king. So instead he moved his king to f2. I played bishop c6 anyway, trying to support my knight. Queen d4, rook e8, g4, rook e7, and here, I played rook e7, defend all my pawns on the 7th rank, and it's defended by, my rook's defended by my knight, so in this position I'm not going to lose, because everything's defended. That's what you want to do if your queen, if your opponent has a queen and you have multiple pieces. Make sure everything is defended. g5, takes, g6, and here I'm definitely not going to lose because my king is solid. a3, king f8, trying to bring my king off the back rank so I can progress. Queen c5, king e8, queen d6. I attacked it immediately. Moves queen out. I placed my knight on a powerful square because this is still a fortress because everything's defended. Also, I'm threatening a fork. King e3. I give the check. We repeat a couple times, and then I go here. And it's actually a fork. Queen c2. I took the pawn. Apparently, I was supposed to play king f8, but that's not human. Queen h2, knight e6, queen h8. I blocked my knight. The reason I didn't play king e7 is because I was scared of queen f6. A4, rook E7, king D4, rook D7, king E3. Like, this is why three pieces are typically better, because they're working together, so I'm just going to end up with more pawns. King F4, rook F1, king G3. I move my king up to E7, queen H4, king E8, just drop it straight back, queen H8, rook F3, king G4, I win the pawn, E6, I took it, queen G7, rook B4, and he resigned. Like, what a game. Like, three pieces for the queen. Like, three pieces are going to be better if you can make it in a position where everything's defended, like I did. And every pieces can work together. Like, I place my pieces in a way that they're fine. The rule of three pieces is white needs to have passed pawns, and I need to have and I cannot have a bulletproof pawn structure. And I did have a bulletproof pawn structure, and they had no passed pawns. Their only chance of winning was back here, with their passed D pawn, so I eliminated it. And I always look for tactics like this. And you're gonna win if you have three pieces. Then, like, I had a rook, so it's not like properly accurate. But like, if I had a knight, then this probably still would give me an advantage, but it would have been a lot more tricky. So, yeah, that's the concept of three pieces against the queen.